What is up, y'all? It's that Sports Kid back with another episode of College Football Imperialism. Haven't done one of these in a while. I honestly forgot what number we're on. Doing this right now. Posting at 6. It's 5:05. I'm getting right into it. You know how it works at this point. Here's the wheel. We have 49 teams left. Who will be picked? Kansas State, the biggest team on the map, is going to get picked. They are right here, dead center. Have a lot of land. Where is the arrow going to point? Ooh. Interesting. So, like I said, I'm trying to go from the logos. I said it in the last episodes. From the logo, this is Kansas State going down to Texas A&M in College Station. It'll be the Aggies' first game of the map. A&M is the home team. Kansas State is the away team. There they are. Very even match. 76 overall, 76 offenses, and 78 defenses. Kind of a toss-up. It is in Kyle Field, though. It's on Kyle Field. Aggies' top players are Antonio Johnson, Robinson, and Devon A-Chain. A-Chain got drafted. Congrats to him. Just Vaughn, obviously. I was actually wondering, did he get drafted? I'm gonna have to check after this episode. I'm gonna go see if he's Vaughn got drafted. I like his Vaughn. Hey, Kansas State won the coin toss, so they're gonna kick off. What is going on early? Kansas State scores a field goal and then a touchdown to make it a 10-0 lead. Now it is a 13-0 lead in the second quarter. Now it is a 16-7 lead nearing halftime. A&M scores right before halftime to make it a 2-point game. Then they score a field goal to take a 1-point lead, and then a touchdown, and then another touchdown. It is 31-16, 34-16 in the fourth quarter. Time is ticking, and the Aggies are going to take the largest chunk of land on the whole map, which is good and bad. Kansas State, sadly, are eliminated. Final score at 34-16. We will take this Aggie maroon and spread it across the country. If you didn't know already, A&M is my team. This is the first time they played. You just saw the simulation. There's no like bias or anything. I'm being as unbiased as I can as we go into our next wheel spin. It was just a lucky win, I guess. Syracuse is the next team that's going to play. They are up in the Northeast with a good chance of playing Boston College. They could play Army, or they could play North Carolina. Let me move my mic. It's kind of weird. Yeah, Syracuse is right there. The arrow is going to point Syracuse towards Canada. So I'll respin it. Now that points pretty much towards Boston College. Clips some of these counties right here. So we will have Syracuse at Boston College in the next game. This is actually a rivalry game, And shockingly, both of these teams have the exact same stats. 84 overall, 84 offense, and 85 defense. Syracuse last year was, well, they started really good, like 5-1 or 6-1 or something. Then they almost beat Clemson, and then I don't really know what happened to them after that. I honestly forgot if they played in a bowl game. Boston College, they aren't good. I'll leave it at that.
We're on campus in Boston College, a university with deep Irish roots and a love of exciting college football.
Syracuse loses the coin toss and are going to receive the ball first. We will simulate all the way through the game. Boston College scores a early touchdown, and Syracuse scores a touchdown going into the second quarter and another touchdown. Boston College scores a touchdown nearing the end of the half. No one scored before halftime. Nothing. Oh, Boston College did score a field goal and then a Syracuse touchdown in response. Syracuse scores another touchdown in response. Boston College scores and converts a 2-point conversion. Then they score another touchdown and another one, and they walk away with a victory. They were down by like a good chunk for a while, and they decided to come back from the deficit. 39-28 is the final. The Syracuse Orange are eliminated, and Boston College will take this land. Boston College was kind of given an advantage being up here in the Northeast because they had 2 free spaces. But then they actually do go out and win a game. That's their first game that they have won. First game they've played in. And they are a fairly sized team now. The next team who will play is East Carolina. They are playing their first... It is East Carolina. They are playing their first game. They are wedged in between Georgia, North Carolina State, and Old Dominion, and the arrow is pointing them southwest from the logo. That looks like it's going to be Georgia. Sorry, East Carolina, but you're playing Georgia. There's Georgia. 93 overall, 91 offense, and 95 defense for Georgia. 81 overall offense, 81 overall offense, and 82 overall defense for East Carolina, and they're on the road, so many disadvantages as we enter this game. These are Georgia's top players, 398 overalls, and East Carolina's top players. The top player is a running back, so that's good for them. But then also a kicker.
We're in the heart of Georgia,
Athens,
is between the hedges at Sanford Stadium.
Sanford Stadium is packed for this game. If they lose their giant swath of land they have accumulated in the southeast. No scores so far in the first quarter. Georgia does score a touchdown, and East Carolina responds in the second quarter. East Carolina scores a touchdown for a 7-point lead. Georgia scores right before halftime. We have a tied ball game at 14 apiece, until an East Carolina touchdown, making it a 7-point game in the Pirates' favor. Georgia scores a field goal and a touchdown. We're tied right now. No, we're not. 27-24, and East Carolina did not have enough time. They were going to pull it off, but Georgia scored last second, and then walk away with a 3-point victory over the East Carolina Pirates. We can remove East Carolina from the wheel, and we can spread this Bulldog red farther north. Also continuing their wonky shape, they only won the coastland. They have zero interest in going west to the interior of the country. Anyway, next team. Old Dominion, no, it will be Oregon State, the biggest team in the Northwest. Not the biggest team on the map. They're probably going to play Wyoming. I'm going to respin it. I'm going to respin it because it doesn't really... It goes north. It points northwest. There we go. That is more definitive. Going directly east. Oregon State will play Wyoming. Don't know what happened there with my browser. Oregon State will be the road team. And Wyoming, who has quite a bit of land after beating Minnesota, I think it was. Minnesota. Oregon State has won about a bajillion games. And they're still here. Still playing strong. Oregon State, obviously a favorite, but so is Minnesota. 86 overall for Oregon State, 68 overall for Wyoming. So a sub 70 overall team. This is probably going to be a blowout, but Wyoming does have home field and the highest altitude a stadium in FBS has. Fun fact. Oregon State wins the coin toss and will receive the ball after halftime. I do really like these Wyoming end zones. I like their creativity. Oregon State scores 2 early touchdowns. Wyoming gets a safety and then a field goal to make it a 9-point game. Oregon State scores a touchdown and another touchdown before halftime. After halftime, Oregon State scores a touchdown. Wyoming does score a touchdown, but then Oregon State scores. Wyoming scores. Oregon State 52-19. Will we break 60 points? Potentially, but probably not. As Oregon State easily pulls off this victory, 59-19. Safety was weird, though. Wyoming sadly removed. Oregon State stays. We can remove Wyoming. Now Oregon State is quite possibly the largest team on the map. They're mostly secluded in this northwestern area, but I think they are the biggest team. Well, I guess now they're not, like, completely in the Northwest. That allows them, that victory allows them to border a lot more teams. Yeah, this boundary right here is, like, pretty much all Oregon State. 45 teams left. Pitt, it was almost Oregon State. but Pitt will be the team attacking. And oh, wait, I wonder who Pitt is going to play. It seems there's only one option, and that is North Carolina, who has completely surrounded them in this miraculous fashion. Pitt will show the arrow, but Pitt's gonna play North Carolina State no matter what. This is North Carolina. This is an ACC game. Pitt is 6 overall better. Their offense is quite a bit better, but so is the defense, but by a smaller margin. 15-minute quarters, obviously, but North Carolina has the home field advantage. That's kind of all that's going for UNC right now. Pitt has their running back with the cool name that I can't pronounce.
We're live at Keenan Memorial Stadium.
It looks like North Carolina is doing a whiteout, but I think it's just the baby blue mixed with the white. From this viewpoint, looks weird. Like from here, it kind of looks like a whiteout. Pitt scores a touchdown and North Carolina responds. Pitt scores a field goal and North Carolina responds with a touchdown. In the first quarter, Pitt wraps it up with a touchdown, but North Carolina also scores 7 points. They score another 7 to make it a 28 points. Pitt kicked a field goal. It's a 4-point game until they took the lead, and now it's a 10-point game. They won again. They didn't win. The game's not over. They took a bigger lead, 35-41. It was getting closer. It is close, but Pitt ends the game with more points, obviously making them the winner. 47-42 is the final score from North Carolina. So, kind of miraculously, Pitt has beaten the only team they could have possibly played. Maybe it's not like miraculous, but they did it. Pitt won. Congrats to Pitt. They won the game. They beat North Carolina. They are the biggest team in the East. With the amount of sheer times that I have had to use the fill tool, every time it like pushes out a pixel. So the Delaware Peninsula is almost non-existent just because of the amount of times this land has changed possession. And it does it again with Pitt. Who's next? That's the biggest question. North Carolina is banished. Georgia Tech. Okay. See you, Georgia Tech. I do not believe they've played a game yet. Ideally, they just don't play a game, because they are surrounded by SEC schools who are much better. I guess going south would be good. Oh, doesn't quite look like it's going to happen. We're looking southeast. And from the Georgia Tech logo right there, southeast, this is actually going to be difficult. I think southeast for Georgia Tech is Georgia. I don't think they're going to clip this little county of Auburn. So, Georgia Tech and Georgia. Good old-fashioned hate is the name of this rivalry. It would honestly just be wild if Georgia Tech won. They're an 83 overall, and Georgia is a 93, I think. Yes, 93. We already saw Georgia play one game this episode. The offense is so much better, and the defense is just spectacular. Ten overall rating underdogs, Georgia Tech, and they're going to Sanford Stadium
It's
to
time
play
for
this game.
clean, old-fashioned hate, a rivalry that dates back to 1893.
If Georgia wins, I believe this will be their first expansion west, taking land that doesn't border the Atlantic Ocean. They have a 10-point lead, 13-point lead, more than that. Now it's a 6-point. I can't even talk before they score some more. 27-14 in the third quarter. Oh, 27-21. What's happening? Why is it only a 6-point lead? Are they trying to blow it? Oh my gosh, they actually did. We have a 7-point ball game. Georgia just scored. Now it's tied. We're going to overtime. Georgia scores and ended the game. Okay. I got a little excited for nothing. Goodbye, Georgia Tech. You embarrassed yourselves. You had it. You had everything. It was all going right. Then you realized it was Georgia, and you pooped your pants. In overtime. Took you 4 quarters to realize that. And yeah. Georgia, kind of a weird shape of taking. 43 teams left. We'll play a couple more games as Arkansas is selected. Yes, Arkansas. Almost Arkansas State. Arkansas, I believe this is their first game. There is a good chance they play A&M. They could play Mizzou or Arkansas State or Mississippi State. They decide they would like to play the Aggies by the arrow pointing southwest. So we'll have Southwest Classic, the Southwest Classic. Arkansas, yep. I do despise Arkansas as an A&M fan. I would rather have selected A&M, but sticking with the rules. I mean, like for the coin toss. I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. Both teams have the exact same stats, except for A&M having one overall better defense. Again, we are at Kyle Field.
As we come to you from Kyle Field in College Station, Texas.
Razorbacks win the coin toss and will receive the ball after halftime. In the first quarter, Arkansas scores a field goal and A&M scores a touchdown. Arkansas scores a touchdown. Quick points by both teams. It's a pretty decent lead for the Hogs until an Aggie touchdown. It is a 10-point lead for the Hogs now. 34-24, 34-27. 10-point lead again. 34-37. 41-37, the Aggies have taken the lead with a minute left, and they hold on to the lead. 41-37 is the final. I didn't think A&M was capable of putting up 40 points, so that's cool. Goodbye, piggies. Be gone. I think the three largest teams on the map right now are A&M, Pitt, and Oregon State. Congrats, you're the biggest team, but also you are the biggest target. So, next team who is up, is it going to be Michigan or Mississippi? They say it'll be Michigan. Where is Michigan going to go? They have this tiny piece of land. I think it's like 3 counties. They could play Toledo, MSU, or Western Michigan. They decide they would like to play Toledo. They'll be on the road for this game, but I think that's the only thing Toledo has going for them. Ooh, Michigan's offense is 21 overall ratings better. So we might be seeing a blowout, y'all. I wanted to say they play in the Glass Bowl, but I think that's where Akron played. They don't even play there anymore. I think the Glass Bowl like fell down or something.
We're live at the Glass Bowl.
Oh, it is.
Toledo,
this is the Glass Bowl.
This coin toss presented by
Oh.
Nissan. Innovation that
I'm thinking of like the rubber field or something that Akron used to play on. This is the Glass Bowl. Yay! I got it right, kind of, but not really. I do actually like the stadium. It's kind of a horseshoe. Michigan, has a lead. It's a 10-point lead for the Wolverines. Oh, it is a 17-point lead. Oh, 23, 30-point lead for Michigan. We're in the third quarter now. Toledo scored a touchdown, but Michigan did too. Toledo scored a touchdown. Blah blah blah. Michigan has a pretty convincing lead, I do say. 58-21 is the final. So Michigan expands beyond their 3 counties. I didn't make this map, and that's why there are counties on there. If you'd like to support the guy who made this map, it is Captain Scuttlebottom on Reddit. Link for the Imgur, I don't know how to say it. It's on there. I put the link in the description if you care. Figure I might as well give this guy credit because I'm stealing his stuff. Okay, cool. Michigan is still tiny, but that also means they're a small target. Good for them. Who would like to play next? I believe, yeah, this will be our final game. We got Old Dominion wanting to play some football. They are over here. They can either play Georgia or Pitt. So, take your pick. It'll be Georgia. They'll at least expand to Georgia's vast Atlantic coast area. So, Old Dominion, where are you? Here are the Monarchs. Can we find Georgia? There's Georgia. Here's our matchup. It looks a little lopsided. Just me. If Georgia wins, they... I don't know what their deal is with the Atlantic Coast. I don't know. Then they're gonna border Pitt, so that'll be interesting. Don't know if that'll lead to anything, but whatever. North Carolina State kind of looking like the Netherlands right here. Just kind of hanging out. Weird comparison. I just
Sanford Stadium in Athens,
noticed
Georgia.
that. Oh my
Stadium
gosh,
named
there were
for Dr.
actually Old
Stedman
Dominion
Vincent
fans.
Sanford, an
That's
early
crazy.
major force
I didn't think anyone would
behind
show
Georgia
up.
Athletics.
Also, I don't think Sanford Stadium would actually sell out if they were going to play Old Dominion. Tell me if I'm wrong in the comments. Oh yeah, do comment. I like to read those. Those are cool. Oh, wait, what? Why is Old Dominion leading? What's happening? Why does Old Dominion... Okay. Okay, Georgia ended it. Ended the lead. They're gonna ball out and finish the game. Yep. 18-point lead with 11 minutes left. Okay. Why is the lead getting smaller still? Okay, there we go. Whew. That was almost bad for Georgia. 55-36 is the final score of the final game of this episode. Not the final episode. There will be more. Sorry, I haven't posted oh, no. No. I haven't posted in like a week. I'm sorry for that. I've been busy, kind of. Mostly. I have to make an outline for Old Dominion so the silly Photoshop doesn't screw this up. Yeah, sorry I haven't posted in a week. I'm back. Hey, there we go. We do not need a red ocean. I'll just go over that with the marker thing. Screw Earth, Georgia just, like, took this part of the coast. That's cool. The ocean, my bad. Okay. This is what the map looks like after, honestly, I don't know how many episodes. Pretty cool. We have some big teams, a lot of teams I haven't played yet, a lot of teams that have played only a couple games. Southeast Gulf Coast area looking kind of, no one really wants to play right here. So, I'm sure we'll get to them. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and until the next one, peace.